right, good morning. Happy Sunday, everyone that's joining me today. Thank you so much for being here this morning or this afternoon, this evening, whenever you're doing this video. Thank you for joining me for this beginner's yoga class. So as usual, we're going to get started with 5 minutes of deep breathing, a bit of warm up before jumping into the class, and then we'll finish up the last 10 minutes or so by resting, laying down on the mat in our corpse pose and relaxing. All right. So before we get started, ladies who are watching this video, if you are pregnant or suspect you might be pregnant, this is not the video for you. And I suggest maybe you look up some pregnancy yoga videos on YouTube. Anyone who's doing this who has been injured, please make sure you fully healed from your injuries before jumping into any sports activities, and maybe just get the go ahead from your doctor as well before commencing any yoga or anything like that. And if you're a beginner here, complete newbie to yoga, thank you for choosing this video. And just take it easy in the poses. If you find that you're struggling with your breathing or you're really shaky, just slowly kind of ease out of the pose, chill out for a bit, catch your breath, and then jump back into the class, okay? So this class is all about taking it easy, listening to our body, not reaching beyond our limits, okay? All right, guys. So, I forgot, okay. So I've got my meditation cards here. These are mantras that we can repeat while we're doing our deep breathing exercises. That is what my laptop is doing something weird. So, wow, we've got this card again. All right, so this card is peace. Can you see that? So today I still the chatter in my head to hear the wisdom of my higher self. This card comes up a lot. So that's something you can repeat to yourself, either in your head or out loud, maybe as you're doing the poses, as we're doing our deep breathing, as we're relaxing. I will still the chatter in my head to hear the wisdom of my higher self. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so without further ado, we are going to get started. So just sit nice and comfortably on your mat, whatever position is nice for you, whether that's cross-legged, whether that's sitting with the legs out, maybe even you can even sit in an armchair for the next 5 minutes, or with your back against the wall, or laying down on your mat. I'm just going to adjust my laptop a bit so you can actually see me. There we go. All right, guys. So 5 minutes of deep breathing. You can place your hand over your heart and the other hand over the tummy if you wish. But just fill the lungs, the tummy, well, fill the lungs with as much air and expand the tummy as much as possible. And then exhale. Okay. If you want to count in your head as well while you're breathing, go for it. All right, let's do this. So if you have your eyes closed, just gently open your eyes. Slowly bring yourself back to the room. Alright, you guys, so staying where you are, we're just going to get started with the neck. So from here, we're just going to turn the head from side to side. We're going to do it nice and slowly, okay? So then just turn the head to face the right side, looking over your right shoulder. And then we'll slowly bring the head back to center and then over to the left. Bring it back to center again, over to the right. And then bring it back to center. And then over to the left. And bring it back to center, nice and easy. One more time over to the right side. Back to center. And then over to the left one more time. Back to center. Nice. From here, we're going to tilt the head as if we're bringing the right ear towards the right shoulder. So then just start to lean the head over. I love stretching out my neck. Nice and good. Okay, and very slowly bring the head back to center. And then over to the left side. Right, guys. So then from here, we're just going to roll the head kind of in a half circle motion. So we're moving the head from one side to the other, but keeping the chin tucked. Try and move as slowly as you can as you roll the neck out here. Let's bring the hands back to center. Nice. Ooh. All right, so from here, I'm just going to take this jump. One now. Let's get started with those shoulders. Place those hands on top of the shoulders. And let's just roll out the elbows into big circles here. Oh. All right, let's go around the other way. And then release the hands back down the mat. We'll roll the shoulders out. All right, let's place those hands either side. With your next inhale, raise both arms up. Exhale, that right hand comes down. Walk the fingertips away from you. Lean over. And then with your inhale, we'll bring it back up. Exhale, the left hand comes down. Inhale brings you back up. We're just going to flow like this, guys, letting the exhales lower us down. And the inhales will lift us back up. All right, when you come down, we're going to hold this pose for a couple of breaths. Inhale, raise yourself back up. And then exhale, bring the other hand down. And then we're just going to stay in this pose for a couple of deep breaths. So in this pose, don't worry if your elbow doesn't go all the way down. So long as you're resting that hand down and you're leaning over, you're still getting the benefits of the stretch. Inhale brings you up. Let's bring those hands down with the exhale. Actually, guys, so we'll move through our Kundalini cycle. So we're just going to rotate this torso around. Let's match the movements with the breath. So as you come up, you inhale. And as you go down, you exhale. When you come back up, let's go around the other way. Okay, let's bring it back up to center. Beautiful, you guys. From here, we'll move into our cat-cow pose. So here, we can either go onto the hands and knees, if your knees are okay. If your knees are a bit sensitive here, then you can stay in your comfortable seated position, like so. If either variation of this pose, we're going to be working with that breath and working with that spine. So let's inhale, arch that back, we'll look up, we'll push the hips up to the ceiling. And then let the exhale round the back. We're going to push the navel into the spine here, round the back. And then we just flow like this, guys. Inhale, arching. Exhale, rounding. Looking down. I love this pose so much. Just one of those poses that's so easy to do. And you can do it in a variety of ways. So it doesn't have to be on the hands and knees. You can do it seated, standing. So okay. So bring it back to a neutral position on the hands and knees. From here, we're going to chill out in child's pose. So from here, you can either bring the knees together and then lower the hips down towards the heels, or you can come into a wide leg child's pose, which is my personal favorite. So just bringing the knees apart, big toes touching behind you, and then slowly lowering the hips towards the heels. Now you can stay here if you wish, if this is comfortable for you. If you want to lower yourself down as well, go for it. If you want to bring a cushion as well, just to rest your forehead on top of the cushion, you can also go ahead and do that, but let's slowly bring that forehead down to the mat. All right, so with your next inhale, just slowly lift the head off the mat. Slide those hands back towards you. Cool. And we'll come back to our seated position here. We're just going to do a nice grounding pose here. So let's bring the left leg in, and then we're going to have that right foot. So we've got the left leg bent, hanging over to the side here. Right foot is on the mat next to the left foot, sorry. Okay. So from here, just go ahead and place that left hand on that right foot. Place the right hand over the heart. Just going to chill here. Swap the legs over. So now we're going to bring the left foot on the mat. Go ahead and bring that right leg out to the side. Again, this time we place the right hand on that left foot. That left hand is resting on the heart. Okay. All right, guys. So from here, we're going to come up to stand, whatever way is comfortable for you. Okay. All right. So starting at the front of your mat, we're going to come into a high lunge. So let's step that right foot to a nice wide stance here. We're going to come up onto those tiptoes on that back foot. So go ahead and bend that left knee, making sure those hips are facing directly forward. Yes. If your balance is a bit off, you can put that right foot down, just pointing out to the side a little bit here to give you a bit of extra balance. Let's get those arms overhead, moving the shoulders away from the ears. I just want to breathe in this pose, guys. If you feel You're really going to feel that stretching that right hip there. If it's a bit much, then go ahead and straighten out that front leg. Beautiful, you guys. All right, so from here, we're going to shift the hips from the front of the mat out to the side. Boom, like that. Okay, so that right foot's going to pivot out. So now that right foot's facing out to the side. Still keeping that left foot pointing towards the front of the mat, coming into our warrior two here, guys. So go ahead. You need to adjust your stance, your footing, go for it. But from here, let's bend that left knee. Let's bring those arms up shoulder height, making sure the hips are away from the knees, because it's very common to kind of, for the hips to want to follow this bent knee. Let's move it away. And then if you wish, you can also turn the gaze at the left fingertips. Rooting down with the feet, engaging the quads, engaging the core, lengthening up through that spine, guys. From here, we're going to bend that left arm. We're going to start to lean forward. We're just going to gently rest that left forearm on the thigh here. So making sure we're not dumping the weight. So don't rest here. All that strength, all the stability is still in the legs here. Go ahead and extend that right arm over. Back to warrior two. And straighten out that front leg. Let's bring those arms down. Nice. Just kind of scooch that right foot a little bit closer. All right. We're going to keep the legs straight here. We're going to keep the feet where they are as well. Let's bring those arms up shoulder height. From here, we'll come into our triangle pose. So leading with that left hand, as if someone's pulling on your hand. You're going to lean over to the left side. Lean over, and then we're going to bring the top of your left hand, slide it down that left leg. Nice. Extend that right arm up to the ceiling. Good, keep breathing. Don't worry if the hand doesn't go down to the ankles of the feet. If you're here, then you're still doing the pose. That's fabulous. So just don't overextend yourself, guys. Don't worry. Slowly bring yourself up from there. Oh, good job, you guys. Triangle is no joke. Bring those arms down. Let's turn that left foot out to the side. And then you're going to step the feet together. Just give the legs a shake here. Good job, you guys. Nice. All right, so we'll come stand at the front of the mat again. This time stepping the left foot behind, coming back to that high lunge that we did before, just on the other side. So again, you can come up onto the tiptoes of that left foot, or if you want a bit more stability, then bring that foot down and have it out to the side. Go ahead and bend that right knee. So when we bend the knee in these standing poses, we want to make sure that the knee isn't going over the toes. There we go. Reach those arms overhead. Okay, so we've got the torso, the hips facing forward here, arms extending. We're not hunching the shoulders in, but the shoulders are dropped and moving away from the ears. Oh, we're breathing deeply here, guys. Come on. Beautiful. So let's bring those arms down. We're going to turn the hips out from the front of the mat, out to the side. Boom. You can straighten the legs here if you wish. But just make sure that that left foot is out to the side. The right foot is pointing towards the front of the mat still. We're going to come back to our warrior two pose. If you want to adjust your stance a little bit, go for it. We're going to bend that right knee again. Turn the torso to face out to the side. Arms come up shoulder height, lovely. And then you can turn the head to look at those right fingertips. I know my left and right. I swear. I'm just going to chill here for a few deep breaths. All right. So from here, go ahead and bend that right arm. We're going to lean forward until that forearm gently rests on that right thigh. That left arm's extending overhead. And let's bring back to our warrior two. Go ahead and straighten out that leg, bring the arms down. We're going to come back to our triangle pose. So you might need to scooch that left foot a bit closer towards the right. But we've still got the feet in the same position. Left foot out to the side, right foot pointing towards the front of the mat. Nice. Legs are straight here. We've got the arms up shoulder height. And again, leading with that right hand. We're going to lean over the right side and then slide top part of your right hand down the leg. The left arm's extending above. Breathe nice and easy. Okay, let's slowly come up. Ooh, bring those arms down. Nice. Turn out the right foot and then step it together. Lovely, you guys. So from here, you can stand anywhere on the mat. But from here, we're going to stand with the feet about hip width apart. We're coming into our standing forward fold here. So I'm just going to stand here so you guys can see a bit better. But with your next inhale, let's reach the arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Bending those knees if you need to. All right, and from here, we're going to hold on to the elbows. So we'll just stay here for a couple of deep breaths. So bring those fingertips back down to the mat. From here, I'm going to step both knees carefully back down to the mat. And then from here, we'll come to extend the legs down into the mat. So now you just wiggle those toes. Point and flex the feet. All right, you guys. So still keeping those legs extended. Go ahead and just place the hands just next to your hips here. Just going to focus on our posture here. So lengthen that spine as much as you can. Sit up, sit up, sit up, sit up. So imagine you're making it a giant L shape with the body. And that back nice and tall and straight. And roll the shoulders back and down. And then relax. Good job. Okay, so from here, go ahead and bring the soles of the feet onto the mat. The knees come up. We're going to come into our nice caterpillar pose, which is just a seated forward fold. Now, it's up to you how close you bring those knees into you. The lower the knees are, the more difficult, or the more challenging this pose is. So it's completely up to you, but we're just going to start here. So let that inhale lift the spine. And then as you exhale, hold over the knees. You can bring the forehead, you can bring your head to rest between the knees here. I'm just going to chill here for a few deep breaths. And then slowly start to come up. Good job, you guys. Okay, so from here, we're going to bring the left leg down to the mat. So keeping that right leg bent. In fact, bring that right foot closer towards the left knee. Okay, so coming into a spinal twist here. So if you have any back issues, just take it easy in this pose. Give it a try, but be gentle with yourself. And if, just go slowly. Okay, so we've got that left leg bent here. We're going to bring that left elbow. We're going to bring this elbow to the outside part of that right knee. Okay, windmill that right arm behind to help us sit up. And then we're going to turn and face the right side. If you can't bring the left elbow, to the knee, you can just place the left hand on the knee. Okay, that also works. But we're not using this hand to help twist us round. We're just going to let the spine decide how far it wants to go. So from here, just gently bring it back to center. Go ahead and extend that right leg down. Or immediately come over to the other side. Bring that left foot next to the right knee. Windmill that left arm behind, helping us sit upright. Then that right arm, bring it to the other side of that left knee to help twist us round. Okay. And then slowly bring it back to center. Thank you, guys. So go ahead and extend that left leg back down to the mat. Keep the legs nice shape here. Lovely, guys. All right, so from here, okay, if you haven't done so, just go ahead and shift yourself around so that you've got space either side of you. From here, Go ahead and bring that left leg in. We'll extend that right leg out to the side. Just kind of see how this feels on that right hamstring, behind the thigh. Making sure that you're sitting comfortably on the mat here. And then as an option, if you wish, you can start to walk the hands away from you. Only as an option. If this is causing too much tension in the knee or in the thigh, then just back your back up and come upright. Let's bring it up. Nice and easy. Lovely. And then from here, we'll swap the legs over. So we'll bring the right leg in, extend that left leg side. Just be mindful of how wide out you extend that leg. So, you know, if you're here, then that's fabulous. So just, yeah, bear in mind that maybe if you're struggling with this pose, maybe you're extending the leg out too much. Bring it in a little bit. Again, we've got the hands in front. Just sitting upright, nice and tall. And then again, if you wish, you can start to walk the hands forwards, leaning forward, leaning over. This is an option, you don't have to do this, it's up to you, but this does make the pose a bit more challenging. So then from here, just bring it up. And then from here, just carefully bring that left leg in. And then we'll come to rest on the back. Put my thick socks on. A bit cold. Sorry guys. So just gently rest on the back for a bit. I just need to plug the battery in. The laptop. All right, so we've got the feet down on the mat here. We're going to come into a nice spinal twist. Before we do that, let's just allow the spine to settle on the mat for a couple of breaths. Okay, go ahead and extend the arms out to the sides. We'll come over to the right side first of all. So we'll keep the legs bent. Okay. So you can lift the feet just a little bit off the mat here, just so that you can slowly lean the legs over to the right. We're still keeping the shoulders and the arms on the mat or on the floor. And we're twisting that lower half of us over. So we're just going to relax in this pose. Okay, slowly start to bring both feet back onto the mat. Oh. Okay, and then we'll come over to the left side. So still keeping those legs bent. We're just going to slowly lean the legs over to the left. The shoulders are still on the mat. The arms are extended out to the side. We're looking up. Okay, slowly start to bring the feet back onto the mat. Bring that right hip back down onto the mat. Oh. I'm just going to relax here for a couple of deep breaths. From here, go ahead and slide those legs down onto the mat. And we'll come to rest in our final pose in Shavasana. So in fact, if you need to get up to grab a cushion to put under your hips, go for it. And grab a blanket or a jumper. Go for it. But now is our time to relax. So here you can close your eyes if it's comfortable for you. Bring awareness to any external sounds that you can hear. Perhaps you can hear the house creaking. Maybe you hear some cars driving by outside. Maybe you can hear the hum of the TV or any other electronics in the room. So just in your head, in your mind, you say, I hear such and such. I hear the hum of the TV. I hear the creaking of the house. Bring awareness to your breath. And we'll now tell each part of the body to feel heavy and relaxed. Getting started with your feet and your ankles. So you can give your toes a wiggle here, just to kind of help get rid of any nervous energy, any anxiety that might be left in the body, any nervous twitching. And then just relax the feet, relax the ankles here. Allow the feet to rest wherever it's comfortable for them as they get heavy. Then relax. Moving your awareness up through to your calves and your knees. Which, if the knees are uncomfortable here, then you can always put cushions underneath the knees to give a bit of extra support. But those knees, those calves, the muscles, the bones, the ligaments and the tendons can now sink down into the mat as they relax. And as they rest, bringing your awareness up through the thighs, into the hips, to the pelvis, or the pelvic area. Allowing the muscles in your hips to relax. The muscles in your thighs and your knees are relaxed. Your bones, tendons are relaxing, feeling heavy. And your nerves are relaxing. Bringing your awareness up through your spine. Imagining each vertebra starting at the base of the spine and the pelvis. And then just work your way up slowly through the spine, the lower back, the middle, the upper back, all the way up to the base of your spine. Imagining those back muscles, or feeling the back muscles relax and get heavy. Imagining all those nerves that run out of the spine and through the body, seeing those relax. Feeling the spine relaxing on the mat. Bring your awareness to your torso, your tummy, your ribs and your chest. Feeling them sink down into the mat. Bring your awareness to your shoulders, your shoulder blades. And they've now relaxed. They've hopefully released some of their tension. And they're now heavy on the mat. Bring awareness down the length of your arms, past your elbows to your forearms. As the arms now relax and feel heavy, feeling those muscles sink down into the mat. Feeling the bones relax. Your wrists, hands, fingers and thumbs can now relax and become heavy. And maybe you even have the palms open here, as if you're giving a signal to the universe to, to receive the energy. Bring awareness up to your neck and your throat. Making sure that the shoulders aren't hunched in towards the neck. Maybe you need to adjust the shoulders here a little bit so that they're moved away from the neck. Your throat and neck are nice and relaxed. Your scalp muscles have relaxed and are now heavy on the mat. We'll now bring our awareness to the face, to all those intricate little muscles in the face. Getting started with the forehead and eyebrows, allowing the top half of your face to relax, letting any frowning just melt away. Eyes are heavy and relaxed. Your ears, cheeks and nose are relaxed and heavy. Your lips, mouth and tongue and relax and become heavy. And then your jaw and your chin, now heavy and relaxed. So now as you rest on the mat, with your eyes closed, just allow the entire length of the body to decompress. Allow the body to release any tension whilst keeping the breath steady and deep. So while you're relaxing and resting on the mat, now's a good time to express gratitude to your strong body. Expressing gratitude to the miracle that is your body. Expressing gratitude for all the thousands of processes that happen in your body without you even realizing. And just remember that you are a miracle. We are miracles. Your body, your mind, your spirit, your soul, you are a miracle. If you wish, you can bring it back to the mantra, which was to still the chatter in your head, to hear the wisdom of your higher self. So we'll now take an even deeper breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Stretch the arms overhead. You can slowly open your eyes, bringing yourself back to the room. And then, in your own time, you can slowly bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position. So we'll now bring the hands together in prayer in front of the heart. So I'd now like to say thank you for joining me today. Thank you so much. And thank you to you. Thank yourself for taking part today. Right, guys. So that concludes today's session. Thank you for joining me and thank you for giving it a go. So I will be back on Tuesday on my Facebook page, Rooted by Yoga. You can join me there. Or I'll be back on Friday on the Facebook page, Rooted by Yoga as well. Same time, 10 to 11 o'clock. Or I'll be back next Monday. So not tomorrow, but the following Monday. Right, so guys, take care, stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed, and stay safe. Okay? And happy February for tomorrow. Spring's just around the corner. Bye, bye, bye.